Good morning, everyone. We're going to start by sitting on the very edge of the seat that you are on. And we're going to start by maybe picturing the torso as an ice cream cone, where the base is where you're sitting and the head is the opening of the ice cream cone. And we're going to make circles, drawing the circle on the ceiling above us. So the head is the tip of the pencil and we're drawing circles. Continue. And now we're going to do it onto the other direction. So start making the circle in the other direction. And stay in the center. And kind of check to see where you are. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And we're going to start with the feet and the hands, ta-tum, 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 ta-tum. So you're lifting the heels off the floor. Just the heels and the hands. Bang the feet into the ground. So you're tapping the feet, the heels, into the ground. Getting a little bit movement into the legs, warming up a little bit, getting the lymphs moving. The lymphatic system is kind of slow and sluggish, so we're going to help it a little bit. Okay, and rest in the middle and take an inhalation. And exhalation. And one more. Inhale deep inside. And exhale deep. And we're going to go back into the circle that we did at the beginning. But this time, instead of making the circle with the opening at the top, we're going to make the circle with the pelvis. So the pelvis is going to rotate and obviously the head is rotating as well, but the focus is on the hip making the circle. Maybe exhale as you go back and inhale as you go forward. Inhale as you go forward, exhale as you go back. And let's change the direction. And going back and exhaling and going forward and inhaling. And the focus is on the pelvis making the circle. And let's do one more. And come to the center and straighten yourself. And again, just kind of get a picture of where you are in your own body. How are you sitting? Where is your back? How is your head hanging over your neck and shoulders? Where it's positioned? How comfortable you are? And we're going to do the circle again, and this time let's put the fingers on the ribs and make the ribs go and do the circle. So now the hip is moving, the head is moving, but the leading is the ribs. Are you able to make the same quality circle? Is it the same size? Mine is smaller, and it's not as smooth when my focus is on the ribs. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. And let's change the direction. Exhaling back and inhaling forward. And the ribs are the part that actually is in my attention and intention as the leading of the movement, even though the movement is the same movement. And let's do one more circle and rest in the center. And again, just kind of breathe for a minute without doing anything and see, what does it feel like? Good. And the next time we're going to let the nose lead the way. Actually the ear. Let's do the ear. So we're going to go with the ears leading the way, accentuating the circling. So the head is going way forward and way back because the ear is the one that's leading. Again, we're exhaling it towards the back and we're inhaling towards the going forward. And let's change the direction. We're going to go backwards, exhaling, and let the ear lead forward as you inhale. And stay in the center. And see if you notice that maybe there's a little bit more space inside of you. Is it easier to breathe? And we'll do one more. We're going to notice, we're going to pay attention to the spine, and we'll let the spine lead us, going forward with the whole spine and going backwards with the whole spine. And bringing the spine forward as you inhale and bringing the spine backwards as you exhale. So your intention now is to take the column that's inside your body and use it as a stick going forward and back. Flexible stick that can bend backwards and can bend forward and can bend backwards as you exhale and can bend forward as you inhale. And backwards and forward. And now we're going to change the direction of the circling, and we're going to round the back backwards. Then the spine is going to be flexible and moving forward, arching forward and going round to the back and forward. Then we're going to do two more of these, going round to the back. And one more, going exhaling towards the back and inhaling towards the forward, and come to the center. And maybe close your eyes and allow your body to come to a resting place. And opening the eyes, and take another deep breath. And picture the two lungs laying there behind the ribs, and picture the breath and the lungs filling up with oxygen and emptying out. And we're going to go back into the ta-tam, pa-tam, 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 pa-tam. And try to move the feet just a little bit more than before. Pa-tam, 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 pa-tam. Okay. A new image is to see our body, the torso, as a barrel. And now we're going to take our hands and we're going to go on the side of the barrel and we're going to lift it up in the same size of the barrel. As you inhale, allow the ribs to come up, and as you exhale, bring your hands and touch the side of the barrel. And inhaling up. And since you cannot open the arms wider than your shoulders, you need to do something with your ribs. You have to lift the ribs up and exhale. And glide your hands, touching that outer part of the barrel. And inhaling up. And notice how when your arms are next to your head, or right above your shoulders, it's getting a little bit harder, and there's absolutely no way, but if you want to reach up, you need to lift the ribs. So let's do it one more time, inhaling. And now hold the breath, exhale, and open the arms to 60 degrees. And notice how your ribs are relaxing. And inhale up. Bring the arms close to you. Ribs go up. Exhale, open the arms to 60 and relax the ribs. And inhaling. Bring the arms closer to the ears. And exhaling, relaxing the ribs down. And again, inhaling and lifting the ribs. And exhaling, opening the arms a little bit, relaxing the elbows, turning the palms down. And just letting the arms slowly melt down towards the floor. So let's just check where we're sitting and see if we can move to the edge of the chair, to the very, very edge of the chair, because some of us forgot and got comfortable. And notice how the sitting bones are kind of poking into the chair if you don't have a cushiony chair. And now we're going to roll the sitting bones backwards. And everything in our belly is kind of collapsing. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to turn the hip vertical until we can feel the sitting bones, the tip of the sitting bone. And we're going to roll back. And everything is relaxing in here. And now we're going to roll the hip again vertical. And we're going to go roll back. And with the help of your hands, roll your hip vertical. And roll back. And vertical. And roll back. And vertical. And one more time back, and vertical, and stay vertical. And now imagine that you have something to pour out. Put your hands on your lower belly and pour it out and bring it back in. And pour it out. The little pouch, pour it out and collect it back in, but without muscle tension. Don't hold your breath. Just allow the pubic bone to tilt forward just a little bit and bring it back in. And pour it out and bring it back in. And see if the vertical with maybe a slight tilt forward is the most comfortable if you have your feet underneath your knees. Good. Put your hands facing, the fingers facing forward and a little bit in, and bend your elbows so your torso, your spine can sink in between your shoulders forward and pick your spine back up. So and again, allow this spine to drop in between your shoulder. It's not the head and not the neck. It's not the chin. It's the spine here, right between, between my neck and my mid-back. Because my elbows are bent, I'm able to go a little bit in and back, even if it's 1/4 of an inch. We're trying to get, so I'm going to do it on the side so you can see that I'm actually not moving much at all. I'm sinking forward and I'm coming back. I'm sinking forward and I'm coming back. I'm not going forward and up. I'm not doing any of that movement. I'm staying still and I'm moving the spine inside my body and lifting my spine inside my body and dropping it forward, that area that doesn't want to move, and bringing it back and going forward with it and bringing it back and going forward one more time and bringing it back. And now straighten your arms, relax those poor arms. Mine get tired because I'm really sitting on them, right? So let it go and put your hands in between your, like in the center of the breast, on the sternum, and kind of say, like you're sighing. And now push the spine forward. Allow the fingers to, as you say to drop the spine back. It's less than 1/16 of an inch. And move forward with the sternum, like you're showing off. This comes forward. Here I am. And kind of being shy. And showing off. And getting away from something internally and facing the world with courage. And and inhale. So when you exhale, you can maybe go back a little bit with the spine and inhale, open up, and again let your arms go free. And now allow the shoulders to come up. Hold it there for a second. Notice where your thumb is, and now let it drop. Boom! Like you don't need it. And again, lift your shoulders up. Straight up along the barrel. Hold it there for a sec. And now we're going to drop it. Ready? Drop! And up. And drop. And up. And drop. And up. And drop. And up. And drop. And up. And a little faster. And up and drop. 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 Up and drop. One more and drop. And let it go. Just let it go and Let the sensation kind of like wear off. Feel how much energy you have here. And now we're going to turn the thumb in and allow the shoulder to go in. And we're going to roll the thumbs backwards and we're going to allow the shoulders to go back. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Roll the shoulder, bring the shoulders up and roll them back. And up and back. And up and back. Up and back. And up and back. And up and back. And up and back. Back to the hands going up the barrel. Up and up and up and up and up as you inhale. Notice how your shoulders are coming up, how your ribs are coming up. It's a little easier now to lift the ribs without feeling it. Turn the palms out. Bring the arms as far back as you can and lower the arms down as the shoulder comes down and the ribs comes down. And inhale up. And on exhalation, rotate the thumbs in and the palms out, and rotate the shoulders and drop the ribs, not just the shoulders. Try to work with as much of you as you can. So we're going to inhale up, rotate, and slowly the ribs are descending down as the shoulder is going down, as the arms are coming down. Now, if you want to keep on sitting, you can keep doing it sitting, and if you want to get out of the chair as you're doing it, you may choose to do that, depending on how strong you are. So we're going to inhale, and we're going to come into standing, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to come down. And it's perfectly to do it sitting down, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can get up as you inhale and exhale sitting down. Good, very good. Go ahead and lift your left knee up, rock back and forward, rock back and forward, rock back and forward, and rock back. And when you rock forward now, see if you can lift your buttocks off the chair. Rock back and lift. Rock back and lift. Rock back and lift. Rock back and rest. Other leg. Rocking back and forward. Back and forward, back. And now we're gonna lift the buttocks and back and lift and back and lift and back and lift and back and lift and sit. We're gonna rock back, see if you can lift your legs a little bit, and forward and lift your buttocks. And back and lift. And back and lift. And back and lift. And back and lift. And back and lift to standing on your feet and your hands are over your knees and like a little above your knees. So we're going to go back and forward and see if you can stay there. And back. And so you're giving yourself a little bit of a swing. Boom. And see if you can stay. And sitting and going back. And going forward and staying. So it's back and staying. And back and staying. And back and staying. And over here. If you're standing like this, we're going to stay like this. And if you're sitting, we're going to go back to circling with the hip around and around. Like we did earlier, like we did here, we did the circling. If you're sitting, keep on doing this. If you're standing, we're going to do it here. We're going to rotate the hip in this position. And if you're sitting, you keep on doing it sitting. And change the direction. And notice how much of your spine is now participating in the movement. And go ahead and sit down again. And sit on the edge of the chair if you forgot. Cross your arms. Inhale up. Very freely, and exhale. Cross the other arm in front. Inhale up. And exhale. And the right arm in front. Lift the ribs, lift the shoulder, lift the arms, and let it all go. And feel how everything is helping. It's not just the shoulder that's moving, it's not just the ribs, everything is participating. And we're going to do a stretch, interlace your fingers, lift your arm up, change so the palm are facing upwards, and inhale. And now we're going to do a stretch and move the ribs even higher and the shoulders higher, and exhale, open up. And because I think stretching feels absolutely wonderful, let's do it one more time. Inhale, interlace your fingers, bring them up, turning them upside up, and stretch as you inhale deep. That feels good. I hope you have a wonderful day, and it's absolutely wonderful to see you after more than half a year that I didn't see you. Have a great, great, great day. Bye.
Namaste.